Hey everybody, it's Amanda, and today I'm going to show you my menu plan. Yesterday my grocery haul was so long I didn't want to add it on the end of that, so I'm recording it right afterwards, and I'm going to have it uploaded and ready so you can watch it. Normally I don't put anything up on Saturday, but I'm going to get it pre-scheduled, and that way I can still have my Saturday off and you guys can see what we're going to have for our meals this week. So I actually am going to do a full menu plan this week. I get a lot of questions sometimes because normally I just put on my board my dinners, and that is because my children are older. Everybody in my house is old and have been for a long time. They've been pretty self-sufficient for a while, and so I don't normally put breakfast, lunch, snacks on the board because I really expect them to kind of take care of those things themselves. But lately I've actually been putting lunch ideas on the board, and that's actually been kind of helpful. So I put this week breakfast, lunch, and snack ideas on the board, just for the family so they know what things are open and they can use without any issue. Because sometimes I think the older kids are a little scared to use something because they're afraid that it might be something that I'm going to use. So I think this is actually helpful to them, and also it doesn't, pigeonhole anyone that they have to have something any particular day. And then I do have my regular dinner schedule up here as well. So I'm going to take you to the board and show you what I have, and maybe it'll help, I don't know. So here's what it looks like. This is my regular dinner plan that I normally have, and then these are my ideas. Now I'm going to tell you the dinner plans first. So Friday, which is yesterday when you're watching this, we're gonna have burgers and kale. And yes, kale is a side for burgers when I make it because I usually saute it. It's really good, trust me. My whole family loves sauteed kale. Chicken pot pie on Saturday. Sunday tacos. Monday stroganoff, potatoes, and spinach. Stroganoff, it's like a hamburger helper that I have just like it's hanging around my kitchen cabinets, and I want to get rid of it, so that's what that is. Chili. I think I'm going to do a hot dog chili for that one. And coleslaw, because my husband, I made hot dog chili for an event the other week, and he's been like craving it. He's like, I just want you to make hot dog chili, and we just eat the hot dog chili. Okay. Fish fried rice with kale and beef stew. And that's what we have scheduled for the next, week for meals. Now, let's talk about these other things. Last week I did lunches, so let me take you down here to lunches. Steak-umm is the first one. And that is because I have steak-umm in my freezer, and it's something that I really want to use up. So I have it on the board because I want to try to encourage everybody to just make it and eat it, get it out of my freezer. Honestly, we bought it because it was on sale, and it's not anyone's real favorite. So let's just get it out of the freezer and be done with it, and then it's been used. Boxes of soup. We have some boxes. We call it Clifford soup, but it's like a Lipton soup in a box. And again, I've got like 3 or 4 boxes of those. Want to get rid of those, so anybody can have those. Ravioli. We bought some ravioli on my grocery haul. I'll link it up here if you haven't seen it because it's the best deal ever. For real. Seriously. But anyway, one of the things I got was the spinach and cheese ravioli, and I want everybody to use that. So that is definitely for lunches this week. They can also make their own soup if they choose. There's a lot of easy to make soups in the house. We have celery, onions, carrots. I mean, you got a mirepoix right there, and you could pretty much make anything. Lots of broth. Sandwiches, and I put tuna in parentheses. We still have some lunch meat in the house, like to use that up. We still have bread in the house, like to use that up. And we have cans of tuna, lots of cans of tuna. So anybody is welcome to all of those things. Burgers, my husband always loves burgers for lunch. So even though I have it scheduled for a dinner for Friday during the week, if he wants it for lunches, he's very welcome to do that. And then leftovers. Any leftovers are fair game any day of the week for lunch and frankly breakfast. So that is definitely our lunch. There's plenty of lunches there. Plenty of things people can choose from, make whatever they want, and most of them are easy, just throw together, and that's good. Breakfast, everybody has oatmeal. Oatmeal is like my favorite. I have it pretty much almost every day. We also got cereal on our grocery haul yesterday, which I normally don't have in the house, and I normally don't have milk, but this past week I got a lot of oat milk, so there's plenty for everyone to have if they want cereal. And as always, we have eggs, bacon, sausage, and I got hash browns this week too. So all of those things are open for breakfast, and of course, like I said, they can have leftovers if they want, but it's just, what they feel like making. Plenty of options there. Now, snacks. you'll notice if you've watched my grocery hauls, we don't buy traditional snacks. We generally don't buy cookies or cakes or things like that. Like this week I did buy a box of donuts, but I ate it before you even saw the video. But that's because it's a rarity. Like we literally almost never buy those things. So what we do have though is fruit. So we have peaches, we have mango, we have apples, we have mandarin oranges still. We have dried pineapple. We have so much dried fruit. We have dried cranberries, blueberries, strawberries, and plums. And we also have a variety of nuts in this house. So lots of different options, or I've circled it, anyone can bake anything. We have a tremendous amount of flour. Everyone here is old enough to handle it. Cookies are easy and quick to make. They could do that by hand if they want. Quick bread would be good, but sometimes Brianna feels like doing that, sometimes she doesn't. The guys generally don't do that. They'd rather just grab some quick fruit and move on with their day. But I leave it open as an option. If you feel like doing it, you may. Just clean up. So anyway, so this I think it's going to work really well. I'll let you know how it goes with the family. But it's been really good to have just some options. Like I said, and everybody knows what they can grab and it's easy. And then this keeps me on track, so we're in good shape. So plenty of food in the house. I spent almost $110, so there should be. And I think we're set for the whole week. So anyway, let me know what you think of our menu plan. If you like having the extra snacks and breakfast and lunch, and I'll try to make sure that I get those on the board more often, and that way you can get more ideas. But in terms of us, I have zero intention of planning out every single meal all day. I know there are lots of folks who like to do that, and they're really structured and organized that way. But I am not, nor do I want the stress of having to sit down and sort it all out. Frankly, it's a lot for me just to get this up and make sure this happens. I want to make sure that when I make a menu plan, I can stick to it, and I can stick to dinners. If I try to do every meal, sometimes I've had to do that, for the record. Sometimes I've had to actually sit down and structure out every single meal and every single snack. And normally I have to do that when our budget is really super tight. Like if you watched my video, How I Feed My Family of 5 for $100 every month, I'll link that one if you haven't seen it. I did that a few years ago, and that was when our budget was that was genuinely our budget at the time. We were feeding our family on $100 a month. And I had very little money, and I had to make it stretch, and I had to plan out every single meal just to make it work. And I think even at that time I still wasn't like planning out breakfast per se for the kids, but I really was trying to stick to a really tight schedule just to make sure that we had enough for every meal. But since we are not in that place, and I'm very thankful we're not in that place, I don't have to plan out every single meal. But if you feel like you're struggling with your budget, that might actually help you. It's just one of those things. You've got to make choices sometimes. And sometimes you get the choice of spending extra, and sometimes we don't. And we just have to make the best of what we have. So don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. Because those times pass, and you can make it. You can make it. Anyway, that is it for this week. I hope you all are having a wonderful Saturday, and I hope you will come back this week. I should have my website ready here soon. I know I'm like just talking, giving you an update. I just feel like talking now. But I'm also looking at my plants. I'm like, I really want to show you the garden. Like there's just so much I want to show you, but there's just so little time. We have so many things happening with Brianna and Marquise going back to college here in a few weeks, and Ricky's wedding coming up in a few weeks, and Rick and I have some other major things happening behind the scenes that we just haven't talked about yet because we're waiting until everything is set in stone before we really put stuff out there. But you guys, there might be some more big things happening. I know you hate a teaser, but I'm just telling you, things are happening right now. It's a happening time. 2020 is a crazy time, but it also feels like it's a happening time. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, all right. That's really it. I'm going to go now. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Come back, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!